What's up everybody, this is Yair and today we are going to draw Super Saiyan Goku. Okay, so today we are going to draw Super Saiyan Goku from the anime Dragon Ball Z. As you can see, this is an A4 sized paper and I drew a perfect square. Each side is 4 centimeters, but you can draw it in any size you want to, just make sure to use a suitable paper size. So without further ado, this is going to be the sketching process. We are going to start by drawing Goku's face, and by using this square we can keep the right symmetry from the left side to the right side. Next we are going to draw the wrinkles between the eyes simply by drawing 4 lines. And then we'll draw the eyebrow. As you can see, it gets thicker towards the edge. We'll draw some lines right there. And then to draw the eye we'll use 3 lines and make sure to draw the bottom line with a curve. Next we'll draw the pupil slightly closer to the left side, the bump above the eye, and the famous Dragon Ball Z cheek marks, again with curves. We are going to do the same process for the left side. If you want, you can use this guideline to help you even more. Awesome, next we're going to draw the nose following these steps. We'll do that by drawing 6 lines. And get rid of all the lead. Next we're going to draw Goku's mouth really close to the nose with a very tiny gap. We'll indicate the bottom lip, some adjustments to the face, and then we'll draw the ear. So first I'm drawing the shape of the ear and only then I'm adding the details. By doing that I'm avoiding a lot of mistakes, because the shape is the most important thing when you start drawing, and then the details comes after. We'll do the same for the left side. And now we'll draw the hair. So first I'm gonna draw this guideline to help me mark the forehead, and next we are going to draw the famous 4 spikes of Goku's hair from the front, again by using some curves. Next we are going to draw 2 lines for the neck, and then we'll proceed to draw the rest of the hair. So we are going to draw 3 spikes on the left side and 2 on the right. And then we'll use this guideline to help us keep the right proportions, and then we'll draw the rest of the spikes. As you can see, I'm drawing the spikes by using 2 to 4 lines. Awesome, once we are done with that, we can focus on the torso. So first we are going to draw the neck muscles, his Adam's apple. Next we'll draw the trap muscles. Now we are going to draw a rough sketch of the torso. We'll draw the gi. Cross it in the middle, the shape of the shoulders, the arms, the sleeves, and then we'll draw the collarbone and the chest. Next we are going to draw the arms. We'll start with the shoulder, the tricep, and the bicep. We're going to do the same for the right side. And now we're going to add some tears to Goku's gi. This was the first time he turned Super Saiyan in the battle against Frieza, so he obviously was wounded. We'll add a hole in the gi, and then some creases. As you can see, the creases are in the direction of the shirt. Next we're going to add some bruises. We'll simply do that by drawing straight lines right next to each other, spreading them all over. And we are done with the sketching part, and now it's time to move on to the inking process. Okay, so now we are going to take the inking pens and go all over the lines. Now for the body or the hair, what I usually use is 0.2, that's the size of the tip of the pen. But for the facial features, I'm using a smaller tip, like 0.1 or 0.05. The smaller the tip, the more accurate I can be. So for the features like the eyes or the nose, I prefer to be in more control. Now as you can see, I'm rotating the page for the inking process, and I'm inking with the natural movement of my hand. I don't want to go against my natural movement. I'm holding the pen closer to the tip with a firm grip, and then I'm just simply pulling and pushing lines. Now if you're a beginner, the inking process can be very difficult. So don't get frustrated if you don't have the lines, the sharp lines that you want. Once you practice more and more inking, your hand will be more adjusted and the lines will turn up sharper and cleaner. And once we are done, this is the result we want to get. The next step will be taking the eraser and get rid of all the lead. Now make sure to erase all the lead because we don't want to smear it once we use the markers. Awesome, and I almost forgot to add some lines right there. Sweet, and now we can move on to the coloring process. As you can see on the screen, these are the markers I'm going to use for this tutorial. We got the blues for Goku's gi, the shirt. we got a blue-green for his eyes, we got some yellow for the hair, and some skin tones. And as you can tell, the colors are ranging from the brightest to the darkest. So first we are going to start by coloring the gi, the shirt. We'll start with the darkest tone first, coloring all the shaded areas, for example the creases. Now the most important thing is to color in the direction of the shape. For example, I'm coloring in the direction of the creases. I'm doing that by pulling and pushing brush strokes. And of course you can rotate the page if you want, if it's more comfortable for you. The only reason I'm not doing that is because I want you to see more clearly what I do. Next we are going to use the mid-tone, that's a brighter tone of blue, and we'll blend the colors, blending the mid-tone with the darkest tone until we get this result. Finally, what we are going to do is use a brighter tone of blue, that's the brightest tone, and we'll do that to get a very nice highlight, of course blending it with the mid-tone. Now if you don't have Copic markers, you can use Winsor and Newton markers, you can use Touch 5 markers, or you can just use color pencils. And if you don't have any of that, you can use a black color pencil and an HB2 pencil and just do some shading. Awesome, so this is the result we want to get. We are going to do the same process for the skin, starting with the darkest tone, coloring the most shaded areas, the areas that don't get as much light as the others. As you can see, we got multiple light sources from the left side and from the right side as well. Once we are done with that, we are going to move to the mid-tone, and just like before, we are going to blend the darkest tone with the mid-tone, coloring in the direction of the shape like always, and we are going to leave some blank areas, of course, for the highlights. Awesome, and now the brightest tone, going all over the blank areas, blending it with the mid-tone. Awesome. Now if you want to get an even more detailed look, you don't have to, but if you want, you can use an even darker tone and add more shade, just like that. Awesome. Next we are going to color the eyes using blue-green tones. Just like before, I'm starting with the darkest tone and then I'm using a brighter tone to blend the colors. Awesome, and now we can move on to the hair. So just like before, I'm gonna start with the darkest tone, and with a minimum use I'm gonna color all the shaded areas of the hair, spreading them equally. Next we are going to use the mid-tone. It's gonna be a gold color, and like I always tell you, color in the direction of the shape. Now if you want to get more saturation, you simply add more brush strokes, adding more layers. Awesome, and now we'll use the brighter tone, filling up all the blank areas. Great, but we are not done yet. I think we need another layer on the hair, so we'll just take the mid-tone again and add one more layer just to create more contrast. Awesome! Now, what we are going to do next is add some blood to all those bruises. We'll do that by taking a red color pencil and just drawing some straight lines all over the bruises. We are going to add some blood dropping from the mouth. From the bump above the eye. Next we'll use a slightly brighter tone of red, just to get more variation of the blood. And a quick tip, if you by accident colored outside of the line, you can use the colorless blender. That's the marker with the number 0. It basically has some alcohol in it. And what I'm doing right now is soaking that ink, spreading it on the paper, and by that we fixed our little problem. So this is how you draw Super Saiyan Goku from Dragon Ball Z. Hi everybody, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want to sign up to my ultimate drawing course, make sure to go ahead and sign to the waiting list first so you can get a very special discount. The link is in the description box. That's it for today, keep being awesome, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.